As a core value of the modern international community, the tension between the universality and cultural relativity of human rights has always been the focus of academic and policy disputes. Although the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights established a universal framework for human rights, the differentiated paths of various countries in practice reveal the profound influence of ideology, cultural traditions, and institutional design. This video takes China and the United Kingdom as comparative objects, focusing on the 5 core rights of the right to vote, the right to freedom, the right to equality, the right to life, and the right to development, and systematically deconstructs the deep logic of 2 countries' human rights practice through the 4 dimensions of national philosophy, ideology, cultural traditions, governance principles, and development goals. This video is divided into 4 parts. Each part use China and the UK as examples to show how Eastern and Western countries deal with human rights issues according to their perspective, national concept. A young British voter named Leah is voting in her first election. The film follows Leah as she prepares to head to the polling station on the election morning. Before Leah went to vote in the morning, she discussed the candidates with her family. Her parents gave her advice emphasizing that the final choice is yours to make.
I don't know what to vote for. There are so many leaflets and everyone promising something different.
That's the thing with elections, Leah. You have to look at their policies and see what matters most to you.
But it feels like they all say the same thing. I don't know whose colors are the true.
It's not easy, but you have to trust your own judgment. Remember, it's your chance to have a say in how the country is run.
Okay.
On her way to the polling station, Leah saw street volunteers handing out leaflets and canvassing for candidates on the street.
Excuse me? Have you heard about Tom's plan for improving public transportation? He's going to cut the fares and make buses more separate.
I have seen the leaflets, but to be honest, I'm not sure there are so many promises like that.
Oh, I know. I get it, but I think you can give him a chance.
I will think about it first of all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, I have my ICT.
My name is this is my IC.
Okay, so this is your ballot papers. This is a important moment. Please work carefully.
Xiaoming just turned 18 years old this year and voted for the first time. He is going to participate in the local election today and will vote for the village committee representative instead of directly electing the government leader. He has some questions about this, so before voting, he asked his father about China's election method. The following conversation started with this.
Today, I'm going to vote representative of village community. So why don't we directly vote for national leaders?
Yes, our elections are indirect, but we choose representatives who will make decisions on our behalf, and the leaders will chosen through them.
So I am voting for a representative of our village. After we vote, will they go on to choose national leaders?
Yes, although we don't directly choose the national leader, but the representatives chosen by us will play a role in higher level elections.
Okay, Dad, I already understand about it.
Just fill your ballot and select your representative first.
Okay, I have choose a representative who supports education development.
Every country has different cultures and traditions. How do culture and traditions shape the rights of minority groups? Let's focus on the perspectives of China and the UK to see whose rights matter.
How
do culture and tradition shape minority rights? Two countries, two philosophy. One important question. Hannah, why don't you represent your own country and give us a talk?
As a citizen living in UK since I was born here, I would like to say minority rights means protection for freedom. When we have laws like the Equality Act to stop discrimination, it doesn't matter which races, religion, or even your gender. So, if you judge them making fun of them, maybe I should say congratulations, because you are involving a crime of discrimination. So better watch out and think about consequences before you act on speed. So our cities are full of diversity. Our people are living for themselves, but it's still not perfect. Racism still happening around, and hate spreads online. And sometimes the old-fashioned traditions such as forced marriage still even exist in this century. We always fighting and seeking to find the balance. It's not that easy, but we believe everyone deserves the right to be themselves.
It seems like they're a bit different from what we know. Every object has multiple sides, I guess. Well now, where is your turn now, Evie?
Oh, thank you, Sarah. I would like to say in China, we protect the whole society. So for us, the minority rights are part of our national unity, and we put emphasis on making sure that no one is left behind. We have to live resilience, outer community, and build strong communities. But when differences threaten the harmony, we will take actions. Places like Xinjiang and Tibet, we choose to control the traditions to protect the safety, because without stability, there is no safety. So if there is too much freedom, then it might break what we have built. We are concerned about our efforts. We want to make it offer.
But shouldn't minorities be able to keep their cultures alive? Isn't freedom, part dignity, part of being a human?
But what if that freedom put us apart? We choose to protect the group, even if it's difficult for some.
Two words, two situations. One fight for individual even in causes conflict. One protect the group, but even when it's in silent for it. But the same question remains. How do we protect everyone? Who decide who's right matter most? Seems like the question is being troubled people mindset nowadays. We are still looking for it.
Freedom of speech has always been a controversial topic. Excessive indulgence of freedom of speech may threaten social stability, while excessive registration of freedom of speech may imprison people's thoughts. Let's see what everyone thinks.
Hey, look, some students are burning cardboard boxes on the lawn to protest against improper paper waste disposal and the dirty and messy compressing environments.
I also found that there's a lot of garbage in school, but the Sustainable Development Annual Report data on the campus official website said that the campus recycling rate last quarter was 72%. It seems like students' relation and voice are also important.
Hey, there is a post on the campus forum that says international students of governments are rubbish.
Why doesn't the school take care of such discriminatory posts?
School allows everyone to express their opinions freely, but this might be twice.
Hey, what are you feeling? Hey, you look like you just saw something interesting.
Yes. It's just an article. I read an article about food safety protests, but it was blocked. This happens a lot here.
See that the hot search for food safety issues on Weibo has been removed, and many users can't even send news comments.
Is it a bit extreme to block the news that in like this?
I think in China this is mainly for protect the social stability, because the government thinks that this information will lead to rumors and confusion. So they think this can protect the society in the long run.
Society is constantly developing, but there are always people in trouble. Let's look at the comparison between China and Britain's unemployment relief and poverty alleviation policies, and explore the protection of the right to survival and developing in China and Britain.
Okay, that's already now. Thank you. I used to be a welder, but the post took away my factory position, so I had to be laid off. I sent out 50 resumes, but haven't received any reply yet. Now I am going to collect today's release package, and then submit the application material to the Universal Credit. I can get a large amount of unemployment benefit. Oh, by the way, the church will provide free lunch on Sunday. There will also be car washing training next week with an hourly wages of £7.50. I mustn't forget.
各位直播间的家人们，欢迎来到我们的299促销活动。我们自家种的这个柑橘真的是吃水非常多，非常甜，买它买它买它买它。
I live in a mountain village in southwestern China. I had no job and my education attainment was not high. I was relied on receiving basic living allowance to maintain a livelihood. One day, a new leader was transferred to our village, saying that he would carry out poverty alleviation and help those who had no jobs like me to get reemployed. Many orange trees was introduced to the village, and oranges with rich juice and high sweetness were cultivated. The leader also taught us how to do live streaming, how to send order links, and so on. So live streaming, the sales of oranges was extremely good. And we also signed long-term orders with supermarkets in the city. And I finally had a stable and considerable income. Eventually, my name was removed from the list of poverty-stricken household, and I no longer had to rely on the subsistence allowance to make a living. There is no distinctions between high and low cultural traditions.
China collective efficiency and the UK individual freedom have their own advantages and disadvantages.
But a single model cannot cope with the complex challenge of the era of globalization.
Future rights protection needs to be break through the stereotype of East-West opposition.
We need to build an inclusive human rights paradigm.
The protection of human rights requires the efforts of everyone.
But a single model cannot cope with the complex challenge of the era of the But a single model can.
The protection of human rights needs the
I don't know what to who. There are so many leaflets and everyone says